Hello and welcome back. Last week you probably might have seen my attackers ranking video. If not, go check that video out, or you can just check this video out. It doesn't matter, just watch any of them. But yeah, today we are going to be doing the defender ranking video. So it's going to be all 26 defenders ranked from worst to best. This is all my opinion, so if you disagree, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be before any certain updates, so things may change before, well, things may change after this video comes out, so most of might not be as accurate, but anyways, enjoy the video. Coming in last place, we have Warden. Warden's weapons, they're not strongest. Then the MPX is pretty much pea shooter, and his only other weapon is the shotgun, and yeah, it's just not great weapons. His ability, it had potential. The ability to be immune to flashbangs, or just to see through smoke. It's very OP. Well, not OP, but it's very strong. But then after a bunch of nerfs, they buffed him again, nerfed him again, and he's just in a bad spot right now. He's not picked at all, and he's just a very useless operator. Coming in number 25, we have Castle. Castle's weapons are pretty weak. The UMP has a pretty low fire rate and low damage. The only good thing about it is it has good red color control, but other than that, it's pretty bad. His ability is, it's not a good ability at all. It can be counted in so many ways. It can be used correctly, and that can be kind of useful, I guess, as an ability waster, or just to waste time. But overall, he's just pretty useless operator. I'm not sure why people would pick him. Coming in number 24, we have Tachanka. Tachanka's weapons are pretty good. They're not anything amazing, but they're still, you could still win gunfights. His ability, on the other hand, is quite bad. It's Siege. You have to be moving around a lot. You can't just stay still. If you stay still, you're basically dead. And that's exactly what Tachanka's ability is. You're just stuck on a turret. The only good thing about it, you made your headshots, but you can't move, so you're gonna end up dying easily. And he's just not useful to the team. He doesn't contribute anything. He's just a bad operator. Coming in number 24, we have Clash. Clash gets banned a lot, and I mean a lot. She was banned for like half a season or something. But yeah, her weapons, they're okay. Her guns on their own are pretty weak, but if you count her main shield as a primary weapon, which it is, it can be kind of good. And it's just an annoyance, but she doesn't really contribute much to the team. She's not like Montaigne where you can just camp in a corner. If you melee the shield, it moves to the side, and yeah, so can be pretty useful, but at the same time, she's not a great operator, especially if you're on your own 1v1. You've lost. Coming in number 22, we have Smoke. Smoke's weapons are pretty alright, especially after FMG buff, and they're pretty good weapons, but they're nothing amazing. His ability is okay. It can create some choke points, and if you set it right, you can easily kill defenders or somebody that's playing. But he's not a very useful operator to the team. Doesn't contribute much, and yeah, he's the first operator on this list I consider alright. Coming in number 21, we have Pulse. Like Castle, he has the same weapons as him. They're pretty weak, not very good. His ability is kind of good, but it leaves you very vulnerable when you're using it. It allows you to see other players' heartbeats so you know where they are, and can be very useful if you want to try and flank someone, or even you can knife sell them from below when they're planting. It'd be very useful. However, again, you can be quite vulnerable while using it, and his weapons aren't weak, so that's not a very good combination. But he's still a solid operator. Coming in number 20, we have Ela. Ela's weapon is quite strong after the buff, but her ability, pretty alright. Only gets 3, so that's not the best, but still pretty good. It's kind of useful because it gives your team information of where other players are. However, if you can't keep track of where you place them, well, yeah. But yeah, solid operator, doesn't contribute too much, but still can be quite good. Coming in number 19, we have Vigil. Vigil's weapons are very strong. His K1A and Boss G are both very good primary weapons, especially since you can add ACOG onto the Boss G. The C75 and SMG12 are also both very good secondaries, and overall his weapons are just very good. His ability is okay. It can be very useful. The ability to hide from drones, that's very useful, especially when Main Path Siege is intel. But problem is, you know if there's visual in the room because of the white bars, so you use your drone and you're like, oh, there's visual in this room. Alright, now I'm just gonna hold it, wait for the visual to push out or something. I don't know what you're gonna do. But yeah, he's not used for the team, he doesn't contribute much. Yeah, he's still a solid operator. Coming in number 18, we have Kapkan. Kapkan's weapons, like Shunker, pretty good, nothing amazing, but it still can win gunfights. His ability is alright. It deals 50 damage, but they are very easy to spot and counter. Just shoot it, of course. But yeah. And also, if there's a teammate near the Kapkan trap and the enemy walks through it, it'll also damage the teammate, which is a problem because their teammate's damaged. But he doesn't really. He's not a very useful operator, but still can give some intel. Coming in number 17, we have Frost. Frost's weapons are pretty weak. You're not going to win gunfights with them. Her ability, I'd say it's better than Kapkan's. You place a Frost mat underneath a doorway or in a doorway, and enemy walks into it, they get instantly down. That's quite good. The only problem is, if it's in a doorway, it can be very easy to spot. Just shoot it 3 times and it's gone. Pretty easy to counter. And also in Windows, it's a little harder because it's hard to see, but if you know where it is, jump through a window, aim down and shoot, and it's gone. It's pretty easy to counter, but it's not the most useful, but it still gets the job done. Coming in number 16, we have Goyo. Goyo's weapons are very strong. The Vector is an incredibly strong weapon, and add to it, he has the TCSG or whatever it is, Kaid shotgun, which is quite a strong shotgun. His ability is okay. It can be useful in some situation, but it's very situational. And yeah, he's just an okay operator, nothing amazing. Coming in at number 15, we have Alibi. Alibi's weapons are okay. The SMG is pretty good. It doesn't have the best damage, but makes up for it with its fire rate. Her ability is not the best. If somebody's not very smart and they shoot at it, and you see where they are, that's pretty useful. That's very useful. But not many people are gonna fall for that, especially since the Alibis don't have attachments, and if you do, it's pretty easy to spot, but it can still be very useful. If somebody does end up shooting it, you get the intel, and that's very useful. Coming in number 14, we have Smoke. Smoked weapons, they're okay. They're nothing amazing, but they're still pretty good. His ability is quite good and very underrated. It stops drones from coming into objective because it jams them, and that's quite useful because intel is very important in this game. It also can act as a bandit, placed next to a reinforced wall. It can stop breach charges. Well, if you place it next to a soft wall, it can stop breach charges. If you place it next to a reinforced wall, it can stop thermite charges and other things, and it's just very useful. However, it's not as good as Bandit, since you can Bandit trick with Bandit, but it still works as a substitute for him.
I see you there.
Coming in number 13, we have Mozzie. Mozzie's weapons are pretty good, but they're nothing amazing. They still can get kills. His ability is quite good. It allows you to shoot a thingy test and if a drone walks into it, it takes the drone, and now you can use the drone, which is very useful, as you're taking their intel and you're gaining intel. And since drones are hard to spot, you can hide them anywhere, and it's just very useful. But if Mozzie dies, you can't really turn them, so yeah, the Mozzie has to be alive for it to be very useful. Coming in number 12, we have Valkyrie. Valkyrie's weapons are quite weak. The MPX is a pea shooter. Her ability, however, is very good. You throw a cam and you look at it and you can see full 360. It's very useful, and it's small. You can throw it outside. It can be used in so many situations, and it's very good for gaining intel. And unless they have an IQ, it's going to be incredibly hard to spot them. Yeah, it's a very useful weapon. However, Valkyrie doesn't have the best. Did I say very useful? A very useful ability. However, Valkyrie doesn't have the best weapons, so she's down in B tier. Coming in number 11, we have Cav. Cav's weapons are pretty weak. Her SMG and shotgun, they're not going to win you gunfights that often unless you hit them from behind. They're quite weak. Her ability is very good. It allows you to be silent. You can sneak up on a player, down them, and interrogate them, and you know exactly where every single operator is on the map, and it's incredibly useful. The only problem is you're very vulnerable when using it. The enemy knows where you are if you're pulling up an interrogation, as they could see where the teammate is. But if you do manage to get the interrogation, it's very, very useful. Coming in number 10, we have Wamai. Wamai's weapons are pretty good. The AUG is a quite good weapon, and the MP5K, it's an alright weapon. However, I'd definitely choose the AUG. His ability is very good. It allows you to throw a Wamai thingy down, and if somebody throws a grenade, the grenade goes towards the Wamai thingy and explodes there. So if used right, it can be very useful, especially if they throw a grenade and the Wamai thing is next to them and the grenade goes to them and ends up killing them. But if it's next to a teammate, or a teammate's near it, and the grenade goes there, that's a problem, but it's still very good if used correctly. Coming in number 9, we have Lesion. 90% of time with Legion's weapons, you're gonna win the gunfight. His weapon is very strong. His ability is also very, very good. You throw a Lesion mine down, somebody steps on it, and they get damaged, and damage them over time, and it also reveals their location. It's even better that Lesion can see where he placed his goo mines with little markers on the map, so that's very useful. And it also makes a loud sound, so teammates can also hear that. And overall, he's just a very good operator. However, I would have him higher, but I just feel every operator that's above him is just a tiny bit better than him. But Leech is still an incredibly strong operator. Coming in number 8, we have Mira. Mira's weapons, again, they're very strong, like Goyo has it. Vector has a high fire rate, low damage, but the fire rate makes up for it, and it's a very strong weapon. Her ability is also very good. It's a one-way mirror that you can see through, enemy can't see through it, sign on, and that can be very useful if somebody's planning and you have a mirror and you're watching them. Free kill, it's very easy, and it's incredibly useful. It can be used by everybody, and yeah, it's just very good operator. Coming in number 7, we have Maestro. Maestro is my personal favorite operator, and this is why. His weapons are extremely strong. His LMG is the best defender weapon in the game, and I would say is the best weapon in the whole game. It's very strong. 80 bullets, high fire rate, high damage, and even though the ACOG's gone, I prefer with holographic. Holographic for me is just so much better than ACOG. But yeah, even without ACOG, he's still an incredibly strong operator. His ability is very good. Place it on a wall or on the floor or anything, and you can shoot a laser at someone. The only problem I see with it is if your teammates, they can't use the cam, only Maestro can. So if your Maestro dies and your cam's in a bad position and you can't turn it, that's not the most useful.
He's literally 1 health.
Coming in number 6, we have Kaid. Kaid's weapons pretty good. The Org, not the best, but still pretty alright. His shotgun, again, very good weapon. Comes with an ACOG, it's very useful. And he also has a second ACOG with his pistol. But yeah, his ability, it's very good. Similar to Bandits, however, with one Kaid thing, if placed correctly, you can get 3 walls electrocuted. Plus, you can also get rid of hatches, which is incredibly useful. And he's just an extremely useful operator. However, I'd pick Bandit over him.
Put it down and get me.
Coming in number 5, we have Rook. Rook's weapon, they're pretty good. The MP5, it's a pretty good, very good weapon, especially since there's ACOG, and he's a very easy weapon to use, low recoil, pretty good fire rate and damage. His ability is very good. It's probably the most simple ability to use. You place down your armor, and then the team picks it up, and then it's done. The armor can reduce damage, it makes it that it's guaranteed down unless it's a headshot, and once you're down, you can still pick up more armor. And well, if you get down and then revive, you can pick up more armor, and you take less damage. It's very useful, and probably Rook is the most balanced operator in the game. Coming in number 4, we have Jaeger. Jaeger has one of the strongest weapons on defense. Well, not the strongest, it is definitely in the top 3 strongest weapons on defense. His ability is also very useful. The ability to stop grenades, as many operators have some form of grenades, smoke grenades, frag grenades, stun grenades, or even just pings, or even just ash charges and so forth. It's a very useful ability to have, and can counter a lot of operators' abilities, and he's just overall very useful to the team, and definitely an operator you should have.
Good clip.
Coming in number 3, we have Echo. Echo is probably the most banned operator in the game, and there is a reason why. His gun is pretty good. It's not amazing, but still very good, especially since you can add ACOG onto it, which is quite useful. His ability is probably one of the best abilities in the game. He has a drone which he can use to shoot a thingy at enemies, and it disorientates them and stops them from whatever they're doing, whether it be placing out a breach charge, a thermite charge, or even playing with diffuser, which is probably the most important part of the game. And especially if they're trying to pull off a last second plant, you echo them and you've won. And the fact that his drone can go invisible when you're not using it is also very good, and it's incredibly hard to spot unless they have an IQ. and unless he's banned, you should definitely have this operator on your team. Coming in number 2, we have Doc. Doc's weapons like Rook, they're pretty good, nothing amazing though, but they're still very good, especially since you can add the ACOG onto them. His ability is extremely good. The ability to heal yourself or any other teammate is an extremely useful ability to have, and he can also revive any teammates from a distance, which is also extremely useful, and it brings them back up to 75 health, I'm pretty sure, rather than 20 health from normal revive. And overall, he's just an extremely useful operator, and you definitely should have him on your team every game, every round. Coming in number 1, we have Bandit. Bandit's weapon is quite strong. It's not the best, but it's definitely up there as one of the best. It has a high fire rate and pretty good damage and extremely controllable recoil. And it also has those pretty epic iron sights. His ability is very useful. The ability to stop a heavy breacher from breaking through a reinforced wall is an extremely useful ability to have, and there is no reason why you shouldn't have a Bandit on your team. If you don't have a Bandit on your team, you're not doing it right. You need to have a Bandit, especially on a map with a garage such as Consulate or Chalet. He's just probably one of the most useful defenders in the game. Well, it's the end of the video now. I hope you guys enjoyed. You can leave a like if you want. I don't really care if you do, but I would appreciate it if you did. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, this is all my opinion, so if you disagree, that's fair enough. Things may change after this video comes out, so my list isn't going to be as accurate. I didn't go into too much detail, so yeah, if you want to know more about the operator, I'm going to make a how-to video on every operator when I get the time, but I will make one of every operator, so you guys check those out. Anyway, thank you for watching.